Our reading this morning is John 3, verse 34, where it says, "For he whom God has sent utters the words of God, for he gives the Spirit without measure." There are verses that you read, and then there are verses that you read. John 3:34 is one of them. It quietly addresses and confronts us with a truth that is much bigger than our weariness and stronger than our doubts. For the Father has given the Son his Spirit without measure. Everything, friends, in our experience is measured. Our strength has limits. Our patience wears thin. Our love grows weary. Our faith rises and falls. But here stands Christ, unlimited, unrestrained, unbounded, unequaled, and filled with the Spirit in infinite fullness. The Word of God makes a contrast. If you look at the Old Covenant, they spoke by the Spirit, but only in measure. Even John the Baptist, the greatest born of women, received a measured ministry. They carried the light, but we know only Christ is the actual fullness of all light. They spoke God's truth, but only Christ is the actual truth in all of its fullness. They were vessels, but only could come to Christ to be filled, for he is the fountain of all. And this is why John the Baptist can say, and John's Gospel, where he says, the words of God are not simply about God, not merely from God, but the very words of God. Because why? Because he is God. And it says in Colossians 1:19, it says, "For in him all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell." Friends, Christ does not merely have enough grace. He's got more than enough. He's not sufficient in a limited sense. He's all sufficient, eternally, gloriously, and unchangeably full. If Christ has the Spirit without measure, then Christ has the comfort without measure for the discouraged, patience without measure for the struggling, and he's got grace without measure for the sinner, strength without measure for the weary, and he's got help without measure for the tempted. That's why John says, from his fullness, we have all received grace upon grace. John 1:16. Not grace in part, not grace in portions, but grace upon grace, layer after layer and wave after wave. So when you think you've stretched his patience thin, no, his grace gives you more. When you feel spiritually dry and empty, he pours his Spirit freshly into your soul. When your faith, friends, feels like it's barely flickering, he will not break the bruised reed or quench that faint flame. When you run to the end of your strength, he revives it, renews it. Christian friends, you need me feel bottomless, but his supply is measureless. So come again today to him, not because you've earned it, for we have not, none have, but because Christ has enough for you. Come if you're weak. Come to him if you're dry. Come trembling. Come sinful. But just come. Come if you're weary. He has the Spirit without measure for you, and therefore he gives without measure, freely. He does not give his grace with a clenched fist, but with an open hand, saying, come. He does not pour out his Spirit with reluctance, but with great joy. He does not ration his love to the deserving, no, for none are deserving, let's be honest. He pours it out upon the needy, the broken, the repentant, the hungry, and he does it without measure. And from his fullness comes every breath of hope, every drop of grace your soul will ever require.